From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop. Taylor House Publishing.
All right, peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. All praises to the Most High. Another situation involving prison staff assaulting an inmate has come to the surface after a lieutenant, Mr. Daniel Mitchell, here in North Carolina, who was a lieutenant at the Butner Federal Correctional Center, has pleaded guilty to ordering one of his COs to physically assault an inmate as a part of the punishment. Now, we've all within the past week saw the horrendous beating of our brother, Mr. Robert Brooks, in New York, which led to his unfortunate demise. And that is just once again the surface of these incidents. The only difference between Mr. Brooks and the thousands of other incidents like this is his just so happened to be caught on video. And this incident here in Butner, North Carolina, perpetrated by Daniel Mitchell, happened on December the 8th, 2021. And he just pled guilty to violating the civil rights of the inmate. And he faces up to 10 years in prison. Once again, he faces up to 10 years in prison. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get the 10 years. Now, how did this situation come about? On December the 8th, a correctional officer, a female correctional officer, said that she was doing her rounds in the SHU division of the prison. Now, if you don't know what SHU is, that's the SHU program, like Denzel said in Training Day, the Special Housing Unit. This is normally reserved for those inmates who are in segregation, have disciplinary action against them, in protective custody, or they may have exhibited violent behavior and must be housed in isolation. So this particular day, that CO said that she was making her rounds and she came in the view of this inmate. And this inmate was said to expose himself and engage in a sexual act. Now, many people have been to prison. If you haven't been to prison, I don't advise you to go. But some guys in prison, especially when they see a female CO, they will begin to pleasure themselves, in layman's terms. And so I guess in this particular day, my man was feeling kind of froggy, and he went to, as they say in jail, he went to get money. You know what I'm saying? He was getting money in front of the CO. And so the CO, which is a female CO, went and told Lieutenant Mitchell. Now, Lieutenant Mitchell said that he called another CO. The report says the case says that he called another CO into his office, and he said that the report said that him and the CO discussed how they should punish the man. Now, normal punishment for this would probably be like a first degree write-up, and actually some place they give you a street charge for that. But so you would get a write-up, they would hand it to the man. You would have to, go before the disciplinary board, receive some segregation or whatever. But Lieutenant Mitchell said, nah, this is not going to work on this guy, man. He needs to be taught a lesson. And what he told the guy was to quote unquote, tighten him up. Tighten him up. In which the report says that it was a phrase that both of them knew meant to physically assault him. Meaning that this is not the first time. This is an order of operations for this particular lieutenant. And so after receiving those orders, this particular CEO went to the individual cell, and they list him as KG. Now I know a KG, but I don't think this is that KG, because KG is out. Shout out to KG. But so he goes to the cell. He tells some more officers, look, go ahead with me and extract this man out of his cell and take him to a special holding cell. And so when the man got him to the holding cell, he waited till all of the officers were out of the room, and then he began punching and kicking the inmate. Evidently, there was some noise. Some people were alerted. Then other COs came and pulled the individual CO off of the man, and the man sustained minor injuries. The lieutenant was very careful to make sure you avoid his face. Why? So there won't be any evidence of the beating. So, I guess he was, kicking him and punching him in the body. Nevertheless, somebody saw him doing this and pulled the man off of him. And then one of the COs who witnessed it did the right thing. They reported the incident to a higher up. That higher up evidently did his job. And then a federal investigation ensued, which led to the arrest of Lieutenant Mitchell. Now, once again, that was 3 years ago. And he just pleaded guilty last week on December the 28th. And so that's nearly 3 years after the incident happened. They said that the officer, the co-conspirator, the one who did the act, they didn't say in this article whether or not he was charged. But the lieutenant was charged, and hopefully he has been discharged from his post at the prison. But once again, this is one incident out of the many thousands of incidents that has occurred. I myself have been a victim of police and detective assault in the Wayne County Jail. I remember it like it was yesterday, 1999. And also, I was assaulted by guards in the Norfolk City Jail. Now, once again, I know I shouldn't have been in jail, but just because you are in jail or just because you are in prison does not make it acceptable for you to be susceptible to that inhumane type of treatment. The punishment is your prison sentence. That is the punishment. You are not to be punished extra by guards and by COs, people who sworn to uphold and ensure your safety. You shouldn't be susceptible to more punishment from them. And actually, in the case of jail, if you are being held in jail before trial, you are once again presumed innocent until proven guilty. But we all know how that works. But this is one incident. Then this is in a federal prison. I think my brother Robert Brooks, he was in a federal or state facility as well. But these things are commonplace in these jails, where there is once again no advocate. There is nobody to stand up for the individuals who are placed in these situations. And so if you have a family man, and I've gotten so many calls within the past 3 or 4 years of these type of situations, of inmates being denied medical treatment, inmates fearing for their lives, inmate being the target of guards, And once again, when you're behind those walls, when you're behind those cell doors, there is nobody you can tell. You are literally at the mercy of those individuals who hold the keys. And so, fortunately, this brother KG, he survived that incident. He was, he did re-aggravate a back injury. So hopefully, he'll get some monetary compensation because of that, because of those injuries sustained from that officer. But once again, check on your people in jail. And when they tell you these things, don't hesitate to believe them. Don't hesitate to call up there to the warden office. Don't hesitate to call and, do a welfare check. Don't hesitate to get a lawyer involved and, and protect your loved ones against these accusations. Because once again, this is a rare instance where the COs went against the proper protocol, which is, don't ask, don't tell. Hear no evil, see no evil. We're gonna back our brothers in brown, black, or whatever color uniform they wear in the federal prisons. And so, once again, this just was adjudicated in the legal system. So we got some semblance of justice. We'll revisit the case in a few months and see, did he get those 10 years? Probably we already know he's going to get a slap on the wrist. Hopefully not, but if history is our teacher, we know how, the people in the legal, in the judicial, in the correctional centers protect their own. Once again, 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.